We'll wait just a second till some people get here. It's just you and I in the room right now. So, good evening and welcome to tonight's virtual college exploration for all Missouri students, sponsored by the Missouri Association for College Admission Counseling. We are joined tonight by our friend Emily from the University of Arizona. As we get started, I want to just go over a couple of housekeeping details. If you need to ask a question, chat and video are turned off, so Emily will not be able to see you or hear your questions unless you type them in the Q&A tab down at the bottom of your screen. Please know that there are many more sessions that you can either attend or that you can observe. So all of our sessions are being recorded, and you can either sign up for additional sessions this week and next week, or you can check out recordings from sessions in the previous 2 weeks. All of those sessions are available, and the list of upcoming presentations is available at www.moacac.org. All right, Emily, I'm going to turn it over to you. So thanks for being here. We appreciate it, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my presentation. Okay. Thank you again for joining me tonight to learn more about the University of Arizona. My name is Emily Martinez, and I am the regional recruiter for the Midwest. I am born and raised in the Midwest. I currently live in the Chicagoland area, and I am happy to have you here tonight. During today's presentation, I will be giving you an overview of Arizona's academic programs, student success services, the campus life, housing, scholarships, the application process, really all Arizona. So let's go ahead and get started. Oops. Like any good story, let's start at the beginning. The University of Arizona was founded in 1885 when Arizona was still just a territory, not even a state yet. The main campus is located in Tucson, Arizona, which is on the southern end of the state. Since 1885, the University of Arizona has grown into a beautiful 1 square mile campus. We have 20 unique colleges, 23 dorms, over 35 restaurants, a movie theater, 2 rec centers, and even a post office. So everything students need is just a quick walk away. And for those of you who like to ride your bike, our campus is super flat and Tucson is extremely bike friendly. If we fast forward 135 years, Arizona now has about 35,000 undergraduate students and another 10,000 graduate students making up our student community. Over 40% of our students come from out of state. In fact, we have students coming from every single state in the US and even students from over 120 different countries. About 40% of our students identify as diverse, and we typically welcome an incoming freshman class between 7,000 to 8,000 students. So that just gives you a rough idea of what our campus looks like. Over the years, we have maintained our student-centered focus as most classes are relatively small. Average class sizes are between 20 and 29 students. Of course, depending on the content of the course, some might be bigger, some might even be smaller, but overall, 70% of the classes at Arizona have less than 30 students. Even as we continue to grow, the UA remains committed to giving you an individualized experience in the classroom. We offer a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio to be sure you get that individualized support you might need. Some colleges or specific majors have even smaller student-to-faculty ratios. For example, the College of Fine Arts actually has a ratio of 9-to-1, so a lot of personal educational experience there. We do an amazing job in sharing success from our students. In fact, over 85% of our first-year students will return for their sophomore year. So they definitely have enjoyed their experience or continuing to come back to get the rest of what we offer. There are a ton of advantages to being a large public university of our size. With over 250 degree opportunities, we literally have just about any program to meet your educational needs. Some of our most well-known programs are found in Eller College of Management, which is our nationally top 20 ranked public business college, our College of Nursing, which has the #1 online graduating nursing program in Arizona, and our College of Fine Arts, which offers one of the most competitive dance majors outside of New York City in the country. Our students are constantly telling us that the education they received from Arizona made them real world ready, which is what getting a degree is all about, that next step after graduation. But don't worry, for those of you who are undecided or for those of you who just want to explore your options, there are a lot to choose from. Degree Search is a phenomenal tool that we offer students to help you along in that journey. Before you even start your application, or even now after, you can jump onto this website listed here at the bottom of the screen, and it will help you narrow down your options based on your own interests, personal characteristics, or even how much math or second language you feel you want to take. That's a really great way to gain insight into a program you're considering. If you look at the classes required, it might give you an idea of, wow, those classes really excite me, or, oh, I do not want to take any of those. And that might be a red flag for you to think about, consider different majors. But again, great insight. And if you still aren't sure what you want to do after looking at all those options, not a problem. Undeclared is actually the second most popular major for our first year students. So there's no pressure to know exactly what you want to do when you come to Arizona. Once you do decide and are in your major, one of the main goals for our staff and faculty is to make sure that students are ready for their careers. So we do this through a variety of different ways. 100% in Student Engagement is an office that focuses solely on helping students find ways to take what they're learning in the classroom and apply it to a real-world situation. Those real-world situations could be internships, jobs, capstone courses, volunteering, student government, or even research. Each engagement opportunity is going to look a little different depending on your own college, your major, and your own personal goals. The basic idea of the program is that students receive the hands-on experience necessary to be 100% ready to move on to careers, graduate school, professional school, again, whatever that next step looks like for you. So why do so many students from all over the country and all over the world really choose to study at Arizona? Whether it's the FISC Guide, Princeton Review, or Forbes, we are consistently ranked among the top 1% of institutions in the entire country who pay you back for what you put into your education. Not to mention a top university, top 1% in the world. So when people look at us from the outside, they see that we are a premier Tier 1 Research 1 institution and a renowned member of the AAU, which is the American Association of Universities. And we receive over $680 million in research expenditures each year. Undergraduate research is a phenomenal way to build up your experience, your skill set, while also building your network. Then we have countless opportunities spanning all majors. For example, the College of Science has over 18 different majors, and we talked about research dollars. Fun fact about the College of Science, they raise more money in research dollars each year than all of the athletic teams combined. So that's a very big deal. Also within that College of Science, 60% of students do participate in undergraduate research, and 65% of them have paid internships. So again, thinking about those big opportunities to enhance your experience. I want to make sure you know that all of our research is not just for science or STEM programs, that we have research opportunities spanning all programs, arts, education, business, public policy, everything in between. From arts to business and everything, we've got you covered. As you can see, Arizona prepares students for the real world in countless ways, but I'm going to switch a little gears, not focused on what we can do academically, but what there is to do outside of the classroom. So Arizona has over 600 different student-led clubs and organizations to participate in, and the variety of clubs, along with the diversity of the campus, is really what makes the social scene in Arizona truly amazing. Student clubs and orgs range from academics to leadership to student government to Greek life to social activities to athletics and everything in between. So there's going to be a lot for you to do. Over 70% of our students are actively involved on campus, and again, that involvement can look it could look different from student to student. We have a lot of opportunities. Ever heard of Zona Zoo? For example, Zona Zoo is the official student section of Arizona Athletics, and it has been consistently ranked by ESPN as the biggest, loudest, and best student section in the Pac-12. Go Cats! Over 13% of our students choose to participate in Greek life at Arizona. We have 43 different sororities and fraternities to choose from. Like traditional Greek life organizations, they participate in social events, philanthropy, and leadership activities. At Arizona, if there's an off chance that you cannot find a club that suits your interests, all you need is a few friends and the student government will help you form that group. So again, we're all about your experience and making it the most for you. On our campus, we also have 8 different cultural centers. Each provides academic, cultural, and personal support, as well as serving as an advocate for those students on campus. You do not have to identify with a group or ethnicity to enjoy their spaces, they are open to everyone on our campus community. Another great way to get involved, as well as to find your home in Arizona, is to live on campus. At Arizona, our dorms come in all shapes, sizes, and locations. They are spread across our campus. Our campus is divided into 4 areas known as districts. So thinking about all this, what does that mean? That means you have a lot of choices. Think about your lifestyle. Do you like to be surrounded by a lot of people? Do you prefer to know everyone in your building? Is the location on campus important? How about cost? Is that a big factor for you? You're going to have to think about all these things to help choose your home at Arizona, because unlike most other schools, there are no housing requirements for first-year students. You get to choose if you want to live on campus, and if you do want to live on campus, you get to choose where. All 23 of our dorms house freshmen through seniors. Again, your experience, your choices. More than 70% of our first-year students do choose to live on campus, though, not only because it assists with the college transition, but also because they have greater access to our student services and resources, not to mention the convenience of rolling out of bed and walking to class. Staying active is another great way to connect to your school community, while also maintaining a healthy lifestyle, of course. We have 2 state-of-the-art rec centers, and they offer opportunities for club sports, intramural sports, weight training, cardio equipment. We have a swimming pool, a lot of opportunities to get involved, have some fun, and stay active. And they are spread on 2 different areas of our campus. There are a ton of reasons to love Tucson. It's Arizona's 2nd largest city. One of my favorite spots to highlight is the beautiful Tucson weather. Especially coming from the Midwest, I have a great appreciation for over 300 days of sunshine and an average yearly temperature of 83 degrees, not to mention very limited to no humidity. Again, what's not to like? Tucson and the surrounding Sonoran Desert is some of the most iconic scenery in the Southwest. In less than 1 hour, you could drive up to Mount Lemmon, which is the tallest point in southern Arizona. And there you can enjoy miles of hiking, biking trails, camping, and climbing. And if you're like me from the Midwest who does enjoy the snow every once in a while, there's even a ski resort nearby to enjoy. If you're a foodie, there's almost an endless supply of spots to explore. Tucson was actually named the first UNESCO City of Gastronomy. Then that's because of its rich agricultural heritage, thriving food traditions, culinary distinctiveness, and the best 23 miles of Mexican food in the nation. Just outside of campus, Main Gate Square is where Wildcats go to watch a game, grab a bite to eat, study, or all of the above. And it's literally across the street from campus, so no need to drive. You can get to these hot spots right off, stepping off the sidewalk of campus. Students do have easy access to the Tucson downtown area. There you will find great art scenes. Our 4th Avenue is home to eclectic shops, coffee spots, and restaurants. Right on campus is Centennial Hall, which is where Broadway comes to Tucson. So from brunch to concerts, it's happening downtown Tucson. Cars are not necessary to access all of these hot spots. So as a first-year student, you are able to bring a car on campus, of course, with a parking permit, but really, it's not necessary. You can easily navigate the city, the area, with public transportation. There's a streetcar that you can hop on, hop off of. On campus, there is a shuttle that runs around our campus in case you're feeling lazy, or if you want to get out of the heat, you can hop on, hop off that as well. And of course, there are other forms of transportation available. So by now, I hope that you've heard a lot of exciting information and you're eager to apply. The fall 2021 application is open, and this is what you need to do, or what you need to be considering as you apply to Arizona. Applying is very easy. On the application, you will be able to self-report your coursework. We do accept the common application, the coalition application online on our website. So on that application, again, you're going to be able to provide your coursework. We do not require official transcripts as part of the application process. You can submit one if you would like, otherwise you have the option to self-report. An official transcript will be required after you graduate high school and before you can enroll at Arizona. But these are the courses that we're looking for. These 16 core courses are defined by ABOR, which is the Arizona Board of Regents. It's a very standard curriculum, so it should look very similar to what your school would require you to complete. But this is what we're looking to ensure that you are completed as part of your high school career to be able to move on to Arizona. So you can see again those classes listed there. We will use these 16 core courses to calculate what's called your core GPA. This is an unweighted GPA, and it's based on your 6th semester transcript, so your 9th through 11th grade transcript. Pulling the best grades for these 16 courses will give us that GPA, and that will determine your admissibility to the university as well as scholarship consideration. And I'll talk about scholarships in just a moment, but this is what you need. This is specifically what we're looking for on an application. This can be a little bit confusing because it is very specific to the state of Arizona. These classes are listed on our website, and of course, you can always reach out to the admissions office if you need some clarification. Here is what else you need. Personal statements are optional. We do not require essays. If there is something going on in your grades or your coursework, or you want to highlight some of your achievements, we would definitely encourage a personal statement, but it's not required. And again, no essays. We also do not consider letters of recommendation, so do not submit them because they will not be reviewed. Arizona is test optional. We were test optional for general admission prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, but for this fall 2021 application cycle, we are test optional for all programs as well as scholarship eligibility. If you're thinking about the Honors College, which is for those high achieving students looking for a little extra experience, an extra layer on top of their college experience, please note that they are test blind and do not require any, or will not consider any test scores, but there are other components to that application like letters of rec, essays, etc. So if you're thinking about the Honors College, make sure you check out those details. Everyone else applying to the university just for general admission, just know that no test scores are required. Once you've completed an application, everything's been submitted, you will be provided with UA Future login information. That's just your account information. You can log into that to check the status of your application, see the decision, see if we're requesting any additional information, make it as easy as possible for you. A completed application usually takes about 2 to 4 weeks to be reviewed. During that time, when your application is reviewed, once it's completed and a decision is made, if you're admitted, we will send you your information about your admission to the university, the specific academic program you've applied to, as well as any scholarship consideration. And for some of you, you may already be admitted to Arizona and not even know it. If you are in the top 25% of your graduating class, or if you have completed your core high school course requirements with a 3.0 or higher GPA, then you can be assured admission to the university. So if that's you, congratulations, welcome to the Wildcat family. We know that one of the next big questions about college is how to pay for it. One program that we are thrilled to provide to help give assurance to students and their families is our guaranteed tuition and fees promise. This means that the cost you start with is the same cost you have for 4 years or 8 consecutive semesters. That tuition rate will never increase. So you know that your costs won't go up, which is extremely helpful when you're budgeting. Something else that is really helpful when budgeting is college scholarships. Our merit scholarships are again based off of that core GPA that we calculate, again using the 16 courses, unweighted 9th through 11th 6th semester grades only. There is no separate application for this award, and you're automatically reviewed when you submit your application. These awards are offered for a total of 4 years and are renewable each year as long as you are meeting the renewal requirements. In addition, we do offer Scholarship Universe. It's a great tool to help you find additional scholarships. It's a database for Arizona admitted students. So once you're admitted to the university, you will gain access to Scholarship Universe. And here you can find or be matched once you create your profile. You can be matched with thousands of Arizona and non-Arizona scholarship opportunities. It is a fast-tracked application to allow you to apply to multiple scholarships. There's no limit to how many scholarships you can apply to or win. Again, it's only available to admitted students. Once you're admitted, you don't have to even decide if you want to attend Arizona. You don't have to commit, but you can still start applying for these scholarships. So the sooner you're admitted, the better, because you have more scholarship opportunities to apply to. If you would like to continue to connect with us, we do have some additional virtual events. We are not open to having, or we're not hosting on-campus visits, nothing formal, but I do invite you to check us out online. We do offer virtual tours. They're guided tours by some of our current students. We also have an enormous library of YouTube videos showing the campus, as well as hearing from student perspective. So if you haven't had a chance to get to campus, or if you have and you want a refresher, definitely check us out online. Many of our colleges offer virtual info sessions on a weekly basis. If you're looking to get more specific information about a specific college or specific major, this is a great place to go to register for one of those sessions, because you'll actually be hearing from faculty and staff within that program. Each Tuesday, we offer Ask a Wildcat on Instagram, where you can ask a current student live all of your questions about what it means to be an Arizona student, what the campus is like, their experience, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're looking to get some insider information, I definitely invite you to head over to our Instagram page. That is going to wrap it up for my presentation. Thank you again for joining me. Here is my specific contact information. Please feel free to email me, call me, or text me with any questions that you have. That is what I'm here for. So at this time, I'm going to wrap up my presentation, and I am going to invite you to ask questions in the chat, or excuse me, in the Q&A. So please go ahead, ask your questions. I'll be here. Thank you again. So I do have a question coming in about scholarship consideration. For the fall 2021 application cycle, our scholarships are based on core GPA only. So previously we did require test scores as part of the scholarship consideration, but again, due to the pandemic and the impact it's had on students' ability to take the test, fall 2021 applications are going to be based on core GPA only. Past fall 2021, it's still in the mix of being decided. So if you are a junior or a sophomore or a freshman, that may be a little different, but if you're currently a senior looking to apply, it's only that core GPA. Anybody else have any other questions? All right, well, if you do think of something, please feel free to reach out to me or our admissions office. We are happy to help. Thank you again for joining me. I think we just have one announcement before we head out.
All right, well, thanks, Emily. It's great to see you. You had another question pop up? So even if you do not have the test score that is lower than the previous criteria, you still get the amount of scholarship of the certain GPA?
Okay, let me make sure that I understand the question. I'm going to answer as I understand it, but if that's not, please let me know. So any previous scholarship chart is not going to be used. The new scholarship chart that is posted on the website, again, only includes GPA. So if you're looking at past scholarship charts that had the test scores built in, that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at only the core GPA. So the scholarship chart that is currently on our website is what is going to be used for fall 2021 applicants. So please, if that's not your question, please let me know, retype it, and I'll be sure to get it answered. But core GPA is the only criteria being used for fall 2021 applicants. Awesome.
All right, perfect. All right. Well, Emily, thanks so much for your presentation and for sharing with Missouri students about the University of Arizona. I hope it worked out well for you. And again, Emily put her information up there, so if you do have questions, you can certainly reach out to her. As we close, we want to just make sure that you know how much we appreciate you joining the Missouri ACAC Virtual College Exploration for Missouri students. So after you close this window, you will be taken to a very quick 4-question survey. We would really appreciate it if you would take just a second to do that survey. It really helps us plan for the future of these types of virtual college explorations. And again, if you want to sign up for more sessions, there are still dozens of sessions this week and next week that you can look at. Or if you want to go back and look at what was already offered, you can see both of those lists at www.moacac.org. Otherwise, thanks so much for being here, and we wish you the best in your college search.